South Africans, we are back outside the Cape Town City Hall. We've just heard the president of this country deliver yet another set of promises that we're yet to find any clear indication of what they mean, of whether they're going to be they're going to mean anything for South Africans. So here I have John Steenhuisen, the leader of the official opposition. John, South Africans want to know from you as the leader of the official opposition, what is your reaction from tonight?
Well, I think that I had low expectations, and it has been even more disappointing than I thought it would be. Look, there were a few good announcements made tonight, but the big one that should concern South Africans at home is a declaration of a national state of disaster. We saw during the COVID period how the national state of disaster was fundamentally abused to loot and steal and to bypass accountability to make people rich while poor people suffered. We've now opened the floodgates again, and we've given the same person, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, the same sweeping powers that she had in the COVID period. Have we learnt no lessons from this? There was no need for a national state of disaster. You could have had specific interventions that focused around Eskom, freeing them up from some of the onerous labour legislation, allowing them to get out of the terrible procurement mess that they're in, particularly with dodgy coal contracts, waiving the localisation requirements that Eskom would have, allowing them to bring in skills from outside the country and get them working in our power stations and around the clock to get things right. The second thing that should terrify South Africans who are looking for some hope out of this, that we were going to get out of the energy crisis, is the creation of yet another minister. We now have 3 ministers in the country, all responsible in some way or another for the electricity crisis. So the 2 ministers, Pravin Gordhan and Gwede Mantashe, have been the exact obstacle to us being able to achieve energy security. They are the ones who've been clinging to the failed ideology of the state must control all, and have been an impediment to independent power producers, and the reason why we're sitting tonight in stage 4 load shedding with prospects of it going to stage 6. Now you've added another politician to the mix. What the president should have done tonight, what I've been saying for weeks to South Africa and to the president himself, get the politicians out of the way. Let this situation be solved by experts and the private sector. That's how it's been done in over 110 other countries and regions around the world who found themselves in a similar situation. Unleash the power of entrepreneurship in the private sector, and you will get through this problem. It is the only way out.
Now, John, the president was clear to say that South Africa is a resilient country, that there's hope, and that South Africans have something to look forward to. What sense do you make of that?
Well, I think that, first of all, hope is not a strategy. And if you think that you're going to get by on hope alone, hope has to be backed up by concrete action steps to enable you to get where you want to get. And that was not evident tonight in the president's speech, not anywhere. I mean, he even admitted, he said, well, better late than never. This is a president who says that better late than never when you've got 42% unemployment rate, when you've got 30 million South Africans living below the poverty line in the country, where you've got the highest youth unemployment rate in the world, where you've got women and children being viciously assaulted and attacked every single day. Better late than never. That is a terrible way to govern. What you need is a government who's on your side, fighting these things every single day. Not somebody who says, well, I'm sorry it's taken so long, but here's a partial resolution to the problem. South Africans have seen through this. They've seen through this Tumamina nonsense. They've seen through the Ramaphoria that's given away to Rama reality, and they're tired of the Rama promises that have now been thrown out in 2 SONA speeches. This is a president who's layered 5 wasted years on top of the 9 wasted years of his predecessor, Jacob Zuma. He's blown it. History's passing him by. We've got to get this government out of power. It is the only way we're going to get power back in the hands of the people and power back in our grid.
Great. So what's clear is that there was no leadership shown from the president tonight, that the country is still in crisis. We're yet to have any clear direction to recovery of all the mess we find ourselves in. Just in closing, to everybody at home, what can they expect from the Democratic Alliance?
Well, we're the official opposition in Parliament, and we will be making sure that we are going to work right away on legally challenging the state of disaster. It is not necessary. It's a complete overkill, and it's giving too many powers to a government that we know cannot be trusted by. Secondly, we were using the response to the State of the Nation to put forward and on the table the workable alternatives. And thirdly, as a party of government at a local and provincial level, we will be setting the way about how we can get out of this crisis. Already, the City of Cape Town under Jordan Hill-Lewis, the province of the Western Cape under Alan Winde, are hundreds of steps ahead of national government in terms of making the Western Cape and Cape Town energy self-sufficient by contracting with independent power producers, by getting politicians out of the way, by bringing in industry experts, and by shielding citizens from the failures of national government. That is our commitment. Vigorous opposition where we're in opposition, effective government that delivers for you where we're in government.
Okay, there you have it, South Africans, from John Steenhuisen himself. Indeed, the Democratic Alliance has a plan not just to table it, but one that works for you and your daily lives and your experiences. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Stay tuned for more in other broadcasts that we're going to bring forward for you, where we showcase how the DA gets things done in your interest. Hajwale Funaning.
Thanks for watching. Like and follow our page on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. Tell us what you think in the comment section. And please, like and share our videos with your friends and family. Join the DA. Join the fight to save South Africa.